Okay, so the reason why I'm kind of picking up the pace with you a little, I'm trying to get us done for the beginning of June so that you guys can have that spare for the month of June. And right now I'm coming up just a couple of classes short of that. It's not a big deal if you guys don't get done by the first day of June. I'm just trying to get us through the material so that we can get done as quickly as possible. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to do hopefully the next two lessons today because both of them, the assignments aren't that bad. So I figured we can get both done in one day. So we're going to go back to the worksheet, which you've got a copy of in front of you, and we're going to focus on the balance sheet. So the balance sheet is this part at the end here. It's where you've got your assets, your liabilities, and then you've got your capital and your drawings. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take that information and we're going to put it back onto a regular balance sheet. But what we're going to monkey with is the capital. Okay? That's what we're going to mess with. So essentially what we've got here is, so we're going to take this information and we're going to put that onto a balance sheet. Okay? So if we focus on the assets, so there's all of our assets. So when you look at the balance sheet, so remember the name of the company, balance sheet, and date. Okay? So you put the title assets, you list out all the assets, putting in the numbers. You do total assets with a single line and a double line underneath. Okay? Over in the other column, you do liabilities. We take our liabilities and we list them out. And then again, you do total liabilities and you just do a single line. You do not put a double line underneath liabilities. Okay? Now, the whole point of balance sheet is this has to equal that. So what is new here is where that number came from. Okay? So one option is to simply take your assets minus your liabilities, and there is your capital. So the reason why I bring that up, so capital 5315, that is not the same number that you see there. You don't see 5315. So this gets copied to the balance sheet. This gets copied to the balance sheet. Those do not get copied to the balance sheet. Okay? So one option is to simply copy in your assets, copy in your liabilities, and then go understand that this side has to be the same as this side. So if I just subtract assets and liabilities, I get out the capital. Okay? And notice it's only the capital. We don't put drawings or anything else. It's just owner's name, comma, capital. Okay? Now, there's other options. If you don't want to do assets minus liabilities, the other thing you can do is you can actually use the numbers off of your sheet. So you can see here that you have a capital account of 500, a drawings account of 1050. Okay? And then down at the very bottom, you've got a net income amount of 5865. So the other option you can do is this. So you can take your capital number, you can add in your net income, and then you can minus your drawings. Because net income is money into the company, drawings is the money the owner took out of the company. If you do that, if you go 500 plus 5865 minus the 1050, notice you get out the exact same number of 5315. You get out the same number as if you were to just go 12,865 minus 7,550. Okay? Now, you do not need to show that calculation. Okay? So the balance sheet still looks the same. So just to show you again, this is another one here, but this time we're dealing with a net loss. Okay? So here is your assets. Here's your liabilities. This is your capital. This is your drawings. This is your net loss. So option number one, put your assets into the asset column. Put your liabilities into the liabilities column. So option number one, you could just go 72,531 minus 52,500. That's how you get this number right here. That's option number one. Option number two is to use the numbers off the table. So option number two is you would take the capital, 24,381.31 minus the drawings. Now, because it is a net loss, you would also minus 350. So that will also give you this number right here. So you can either just do assets minus liabilities, or you can go the numbers off of the table. I don't care which way you do it. The point being is that this is a balance sheet. So those two columns have to balance out by the time you're said and done. This number right here is not that one right there. So you cannot just copy it off of the worksheet. You have to calculate it. So just as a reminder, option number one for calculating is just to go assets minus liabilities. That's option number one. Option number two is to take your capital minus your drawings, and then in this case you would add your net income. If it is a net loss, you would take your capital minus your drawings minus your net loss. Either way, you'll get out left column equal right column. Okay, so either assets minus liabilities, that's option number one, or go ahead and do that formula. It's not a bad thing to necessarily do it twice either, just to make sure you get out the same number each time. That way you'll know that you've done it right or not. Okay? So for the assignment for this is I've given you two companies. One of them has a net income, one of them has a net loss, and you're going to go in and create a new balance sheet. Just again, make sure you do the company, balance sheet, date. Don't forget about your titles, and make sure they have the double line underneath. Okay, so this is under day 5. So day 5 is this assignment. Now, I'm not going to send you to the lab right now. We're actually going to do day 6 together as well right now, and then I'm going to give you tomorrow to work on all this. Okay, so let me just hit pause. So this is the one you're going to do. So you're going to do Ben's Landscaping, and again, using the balance sheet. And then you're also going to do Complete Moving and Storage. Okay, so let me just hit pause on the video